Okay.
Oh, what's up? Thanks for tuning in to Learn Life with Kira. My WCW of the week is coming on right now. Let's check her out. Thank you for tuning in to Learn Life with Kira. My WCW of the week is the one and only Miss Nadia. Yay! She is thebomb.com.
The heart is stronger than you think, like it can go through anything. And even when you think you can, it finds a way to still push on. No, sometimes you wanna run away, ain't got the patience for the pain. And if you don't believe me, look into your heart, the beat goes on. I'm telling you, things get better, whatever. If you fall, dust it off, don't let up. Don't you know you can go be your own miracle? You need to know.
Tell me your story, boo.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you.
My story is, well, going back to when I was younger, I've always been, want to be out there, but I was really shy at home.
Okay.
So my outlook was school, my outlook was my friends. That was kind of like how I kind of blossomed and bloomed being around other people besides home.
Okay.
And like my story, miracles during imperfections, a crack baby's journey to beat the odds.
Wow.
My parents were on drugs while my mom was pregnant with me. They were battling addiction, yes. So I was the one, I was that one who the devil was trying to attack since being in the womb.
I got chill,
Man.
baby.
So I always used to wonder why I had to be the one who was born out of that. And God basically let me know, I was gonna be somebody special.
Right.
And my mom and dad, they were together for years. That was kind of like we seen our mom and dad together. That was like something big to us. But when they got divorced, that's when so many things started happening. I started dealing with feeling like I was neglected, and the community basically had to pick me up. People, because my mama, she wanted to
Rip her on the streets.
Yeah, she wanted to do her thing. She wanted to learn herself because all she knew was my father.
Right.
So
she didn't know how to cope.
She didn't know how to cope. She almost jumped up over a bridge. She wanted to. They say divorce is almost like death.
Right. Right.
So people in my community, like coaches, people at community centers, mothers, fathers, they already stepped in, and that's why I call it a miracle, because different situations where different things that I dealt with growing up, they were right there. God
you
sent
had
them to
someone
me. Absolutely.
to pick up where she wasn't able to be.
Her or my father, because he was in no man's land as well. He was active in our life, but when we needed somebody to call, they was worried about
them,
their situation, and it was bad. We don't understand that as kids,
right?
But now I understand, being a mother. So my whole thing is I want to give back. I want to give back to the young girls who dealt, who's dealing probably with the same thing I was dealing with, and I dealt with a lot of insecurities and growing up from me hearing that story of me being a crack baby. I always felt like it was something wrong with me. And I went through health issues growing up. It was kind of bad. I was always that one child. All my siblings healthy, strong, everything, and it was always me.
Were you the first child?
I was the middle. I was the third. Yep. So my mama, she ended up raising 11 kids in her home, and all of them came out of situations from their parents battling addictions.
Wow.
And they were my auntie, my cousins. So my mama, she ended up raising. That was kind of like her way of getting her focus back.
She needed them kids to help her.
Them kids to help her as bad as they needed her. And so beating the odds of crack addictions running in my family, like, that's a miracle,
Some people don't get out of that, or some people go down the same path.
Absolutely. And I still have
broke
aunties. Yep, I broke it. So iBelieve by Nadia is like a youth program that I run under my mom nonprofit organization.
Get out of here. Yes. Okay.
So basically, I started this program to kind of give back to the community how other people gave back to me.
Yes.
So it's just important for me just to, give back, period, to my community and to other young girls, and just let them know, like, you can't
You're not
keep
alone.
You're not alone.
You're not alone.
Yep.
If I could tell my story and it could help y'all, that's
Absolutely.
what I'm trying to do.
Absolutely.
So I believe, I love that logo. I love
you.
it. What made you stick with that name?
I believe came about because I was so talented. Everybody leached to me. They wanted me to be what they wanted me to be.
Yes.
And I was lost for so long. People was pulling me from here to there.
You was trying to satisfy people.
I was trying to satisfy people please. I was trying to satisfy people.
Couldn't breathe.
I couldn't breathe, girl. So I was lost. When I graduated from high school, I was lost. Like, I didn't know where to go. I didn't have no assistance on. I know what I wanted to do.
Exactly.
But it wasn't people right there for me, really there, like, okay,
Stick to it.
Stick
You
to
gotta
this.
do this.
This is what you need to do. Nobody was really there to guide me. Everybody was in their own little world, and whenever they needed Nadia was right there, no matter what. So I got to a point when I got engaged, and I even lost myself in he's now my husband, but I even lost myself. Thank you. In that relationship, I lost myself because I was trying to please him so much. I wasn't focused on myself.
You were so used to pleasing people that you didn't know what you needed and what you need to do.
Yep. Absolutely. So that's when God, he broke me down. We were in a separation. Me and my husband, this was after because my son, he's a miracle child. I dealt with infertility. And he almost, I had to fight for him to get here. I had to go to a fertility specialist. So basically, after I had him, this another obstacle, another struggle that I had to go through with having him, bringing him into this world. And after that miracle, me and my husband, we fought with being parents. Like, it was something new.
You didn't know.
I had that figure of seeing my mom and my dad being
it's totally
married
different.
couple. It's totally different, and not only
Until
that,
you experience yourself.
absolutely.
Whether you helped your siblings or been there for your cousins,
Yep.
it's totally different
Totally
once you have your own
different.
baby.
Yep.
You think you got it. I can do this, and it's totally
Yeah,
different.
it's totally different. And then even with marriage, he never had anybody in his family who was married. He had nobody. He didn't know his
So
daddy was
y'all
locked up all
had
his
to
life.
learn with each other.
Yep. We had to learn with each other, and it hurted. We went through so much, but
Y'all here.
we here. So that I believe God took me to a broken place where me and him we separated for a year, and it was hard. I was a single parent. He was still doing what he was doing, but it was just so much commotion. And I asked God, I said, what is it that you want me to do?
Right.
What is it that I'm trying to do everything
What path?
right.
I'm not in the right path. God,
Absolutely.
give me a sign.
Give me a sign. And he took me to a separation because he wanted me to be alone.
Find yourself.
He wanted me to
you
find
never
myself.
found
And
yourself.
I never loved myself. People think loving yourself means you getting your makeup done, hair done, nails
Totally
done.
different. That inner.
It's about that inner.
That inner.
And it's
Girl, this is emotional.
girl, it's crazy because I thought I loved myself, but I didn't love myself. I loved people more than I loved my own self. And it was sad when he took me there and he showed me, like, you gotta love yourself because I got a purpose for you in the plan. And so he immediately said, I believe. And I was like, I believe. He was basically letting me know I wasn't believing in myself. Other people were, but I wasn't. I had to get to a point where I had to believe in myself in order for me to
get where you are now.
Get where I am now. So I said, I believe, and I wanted that by Nadia right there because I wanted people to know this is by me.
Girl,
this ain't by nobody
I
else.
got here because myself. I got here because myself.
Yep.
Y'all might have helped me. Y'all
Yep.
might have pushed me, but
Yep.
that stuff didn't stick when it needed to be stuck.
Nope.
And it finally stuck when I had to put myself first.
Yep.
And I feel where you coming from. Like, my baby's 7, and I was a stay-at-home mom for 3 years.
Wow, okay.
And I tried to go to work a little bit. It didn't work out. I had to stay home. He had, eczema real bad. Couldn't put him in daycare. So I'm still people pleaser. I'm doing everything for everybody else. I'm by myself. Like, he at work, his dad at work. So I'm like, okay, well, you need me here, me and my baby coming. You need me there, me and my baby coming.
Yeah.
And then I still never got to the point that I was like, it's time for me to find me. It's the time for me to be there for myself. And last year was the year. Last year was the year when I was like, you know what? I'm done helping people. I'm not your first no more. I have to find myself.
Wow.
I have to take, like, this would, Learn Life been around. It was never supposed to be a clothing line.
Wow.
It started a clothing line first because I never took that step. And he kept telling me, like, it's time for you to do this. And I'm like, I'm not ready yet. It ain't all together. It's not going to never be together.
Never.
You just got to go out there and do it. And I didn't know how. I didn't know how. Then I'm like, you know what? Skip it. I'm about to do my first interview. Nervous, shaking, palms sweating.
Wow.
I'm like, and I did it.
Wow.
But, and now a lot of people feel like I'm neglecting them or I'm not there for them. But it's like, let me have my moment. If you know me as a person, the phone ringing, Lord Jesus. If you know me as a person, you know that I've always been there for y'all. And it's time for y'all to be there for me. A lot of people can't accept it, but I feel like they're going to get it.
And they gonna respect it.
Yeah, like one thing about it is y'all don't get it now, but everybody respect me. Y'all ain't giving me too much bad feedback or negative. Y'all just ain't got nothing to say. Because there's nothing really to say right now.
It's nothing.
So,
because I've been there for y'all.
Exactly.
Y'all can't say nothing.
Exactly. I love iBelieve. Like, that is so dope.
Thank you.
So
yeah, this is my baby. I've been doing this since stepping out. I started with a back to school youth empowerment event.
I saw that.
Yeah,
I saw that.
So I started and we people was donating from left to right. I didn't know it was gonna be that big. I didn't have the funds. I was out living on my own with my son. I'm used to having a two family household, you know, being two incomes.
Right.
And I said, Lord, just please provide for this event. Let people show up and show out. When I say people showed up and showed out, and I basically got like a lot of donations. I still had to come out of money out my pocket, of course, but I was willing to do that because I heard God clearly.
Right.
And
I'm gonna just take that step.
Yep, I'm gonna just take that step. And then he talked to me about my book as well. And I actually wrote my book in 2013, talking to somebody who I was acting for at the time.
Okay.
He was trying to get to know me.
Okay.
And we were emailing back and forth, and he was like, tell me about yourself. I said, I got a story. So I'm emailing him back and forth. So during this time where I was separated with my husband, girl, asking God what you want me to do, he also spoke to me. He said, go back to your first love. My first love was writing and reading. I said, Lord, go back to my first love if you want to get down to the nitty gritty, because I was born and raised in the church.
Right.
So I'm like, is he talking about putting him first and going back? He said, no, go back to your first love. Writing is what I want you to go back to. And when you so in tune with God, you hear him so clearly.
Everything works out in your favor.
Everything works out in your favor.
He speaks so clear.
Yeah, he speaks so clearly.
Of course, you get it.
Yep. So soon as he said that, I started writing, girl. In the middle of the night, he was gone with his daddy, and I started writing. And then I look at my emails, and I look back to the emails where I was talking to this man, telling him about my story. Girl, the content was right there. Like, it was by chapter by chapter. All I had to do was fill in. Girl, I was like, Lord, what is you doing? What is you doing?
I did this.
This was 2013. I was writing my book, and I didn't even know it. I was like, what? So I filled in the blanks. It was hard. It was hard being a mother.
Hard.
Me and my husband worked opposite shifts, but I sacrificed that whole year, baby. I sacrificed that whole year, and I said, I'm not gonna go out. I'm gonna put all my finances into it. I'm gonna do everything that I gotta do because I gotta obey God. So yeah, that's where this baby came from. So I'm trying to juggle this. I'm trying to juggle this program. I'm trying to juggle a full-time job, being a wife, being a mother. It's gonna all fall together, and it is.
Now your testimony that you been through all this stuff and sacrificed it. Are you put in that same, like, with your foundation and your youth, because it's more the youth, right? How did you even start that? When did you even start the program? So my mom has been doing it for a while, and she stopped for a minute, and I kept saying, like, Ma, I got a story, like, I need to get your organization back up and running. And she was like,
start back, because I danced, I sang, I was the talented child. I was the talented.
Out of all that stuff you went through,
girl,
baby,
I was the scholar out of all of her kids. I was the crack baby, but I was the one that God gave all those gifts to. And it amazes me. And people be like, you would never know. You would never know. So basically, I told myself, I said, I went through this not for me, for somebody else. And that's when the youth got involved. I was like, I gotta help these babies. I gotta help these babies. So even though it's just starting out and it's slow paced,
of course,
I'm about to start getting out here. I'm about to start getting out here talking to these teenagers, going to schools, everything.
Yes.
So the pieces, they coming together.
Now your first field trip
was the African American Museum.
Okay.
It was awesome. Like
what was the age group?
The age group was from, we had babies, like
really?
In strollers, all the way up until my grandmother. She came out.
Get out of here. That's dope.
It was only like 18 people, but we
That's
had
not
a
bad
ball.
to start.
We
That's
had
not
a
bad
ball.
to start.
Yes, thank you. And them babies was learning some stuff. They was dang on their tears, girl. I said it's important.
How long did it take you to put that together?
Actually, I started putting that together in, I think it was like the beginning of December.
Oh, that's not bad.
And it was that quick. That's why I said God works. Once He showed me a vision, all you got to do is write it down and make it plain. And I started writing it down. I said, African American Black History Month is gonna be. I'm like, that's important for our babies to know our history. And I immediately thought, I'm like, I gotta take them on a field trip somewhere. I gotta
let them see their roots, where they came from.
Yep, absolutely. And then some of these babies, they're not. Their parents don't have the funds to do. That was the main thing where I really wanted to, because as a kid, nobody really took us where we grew up at. Nobody really took us to the museum. I had to experience all this stuff as an adult. So that was important to me to, get everybody to donate, or even me. I donated, stuff too. But at the same time, it was worth it, girl. It was a success. We were able to take them out to get something to eat afterwards. I feel good.
So is this a non-profit program?
Yeah, she has a non-profit organization.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you remember the first event you did?
The first was the back to school.
That was the first one?
Yeah, that was the first one.
How did you feel?
I felt good. I felt good, girl, because I was in the middle of a tornado. I was in the separation, girl. So during the whole separation, I'm down. I'm like,
you need something.
I need something to uplift me. So I'm thinking I'm helping these babies, but I was helping pushing myself. And it was a good feeling. It was a good feeling, girl. I had my cousin video record me. I strutted. I said, I did it.
You looking pretty.
Thank you.
You're so cute.
I said, I did a youth empowerment event. What?
That's awesome, because usually you only hear about the women empowerment or, business, stuff like that. You never hear a lot of people say anything about the youth besides the, back to school stuff. You never really hear that. So for you to say that I'm doing it for these kids so they can see someone that been through it or someone that want to help them so they don't feel alone and they can know that they can accomplish things in life is so
absolutely
thank
you.
Now you said that you have a book release going on, so have you started selling the books yet?
Yeah, I started selling the books already. The book release was February 26th, but the book signing is coming up. It's March 24th on Sunday.
How was the book release?
The book release was good.
Where did you do it at?
I didn't do it. I did it like online internet.
Okay.
So it's on Amazon, and then I was delivering it to people. Like they was like, "Girl, you deliver?" I said, "Yes. This is important for me to get this material in your hands,
so y'all can see how y'all can feel it.
So y'all can feel it, and most importantly, I want people to read it. And when people start reading it and giving me them reviews, they was like." My sisters, they like, because I ain't let nobody read it. My mama was offended, girl.
But even though she probably was offended, she probably still understood.
She understood, but she was offended that I wasn't letting her read the material. Okay. She ain't know whether people thought it was going to be a bash book.
But that's
family
not what
member.
Trying to do.
I'm trying to tell my story. This ain't about you. This about my story. So I tweaked some of the names, and stuff like that, so people wouldn't, be offended and stuff like that. But my mom, when they got that material to review, my sisters was like, how we stay in the same household and I didn't even know you.
Oh.
They like, you so, we knew you was strong,
But
baby, I mean, from getting bullied, from, like I said, the health issues, feeling like I wasn't important, baby. I was going through some pain. Like, I felt like I wasn't getting nothing done or accomplished. And I felt like I was just here for others.
So the platform that you are using for these youth and for these young kids, you want them to know that you've been there and you've done that. Do you feel like you relieved a little stress, the pressure off your shoulders after you did this book?
Yes, absolutely.
Do you feel like you have accomplished, and it's, even though it's gonna always be a part of you, do you feel like that is that pain, that struggle is gone?
This only volume 1.
Girl, what?
This only volume 1. But I can honestly say I asked God, I was like, why you putting me through the same pain and emotion that I was feeling? While I was writing this book, I was feeling the same pain and emotions that I felt as a kid, as growing up. And I was like, oh my God. But it was, he told me, he said, you gonna get your deliverance by writing this book. All the hurt and pain and unforgiveness that was in my heart. Girl, when I say people that I probably wouldn't even talk to today, baby, I had to let it go. And I speak to them and I keep it moving, and I'm a forgiving person, but it's certain things that it's just so hard to let go. And y'all, I got my deliverance through this book. All that pain and hurt, when I say it.
Ma, you loud. I'm sorry. Like loud. You're not whispering at all. We have kids here, sorry y'all. We try, but I mean, my mama does not know how to whisper.
My mama too. That's alright.
Okay. Pretty couple though. But that's what I like, when, even though he found you, I stalked your page, and when I started seeing the things that you were saying on your page, when I started listening to you, I was like, I need to meet her. I need your story to be told.
Thank you.
So these people can know that they need to read your book. They need to see what you've been through, and people need to feel that, like, know that it's okay. It's perfectly okay to go through things in life, but it's how you overcome them.
Absolutely.
It's not, you're not supposed to stay in that bind. You're not supposed to stay in that pain. But we need you to be delivered.
Yeah, absolutely.
And grow.
That's what it's about.
Yes.
That's what it's about.
Yes. Girl, you got another about. So do you think that you're going to write more books after you tell your story?
Yeah, writing is what I love to do. I like to write. I see it. I want to say some stuff, but it's in the book.
No, don't tell it. Don't tell it. You done told enough for them to be able to be like, I need to write that.
Yeah, but it's some people that discouraged me from writing. I got discouraged and I got hurt, and that's why I stopped writing. So I converted over to dancing. So that was helping me express everything and cope with everything that was happening at home. So I got that from writing. That's why I knew what he was saying when he said go back to your first love. I knew what he was talking about. So he wanted me to start with myself. But I was writing before I can get to where he needed me to go, girl.
Yes.
But as a kid, I was writing plays. I was doing all type of stuff, and I can't say too much, but
were you writing your pain down then?
Yes, I was writing my pain down then. Poetry, different plays. See, I want to go into the production. I want to go into.
We about to work. We about to work. Yes.
I want to get on the big screen. I want to be on the big screen writing movies and doing all that stuff. So
and you're gonna do it.
Not gonna stop.
You gonna do it. I feel like the ones that go through stuff in life, they become the successful people in life.
Absolutely.
And the ones, not to bash people, and the ones that never experience nothing, they have it at the beginning, but they struggle when they actually get there in life. They don't know how to hold on to it. They don't know how to use it because you never been through it. So now that he done gave it to you, you gonna struggle because now you don't know how to work it.
Absolutely.
So I feel like when people go through it at the beginning, they become more successful, and then they know that they need to help other people in a different way. It ain't all just about you.
It's not all about you.
Not about you. So you posted, you reposted something on your page, and it said, we tend to think attention. No, you wrote this on your page. We tend to think attention is love. That's why we suffer so much. What made you write that?
That was going back to, I would say, I by me not getting that love from home at the time when my mom and daddy divorced, the attention and love that everybody was giving me, even though it was attention and I thought it was love, people wanted to be around me just because, and that made me feel good, and it had me suffering. Like I suffered a lot, and I actually got that quote from I forget the person I got that quote from, but when I read that quote, it stuck to me. I'm like, this was me. So it was important for me to share that. It was important for me to share that because I suffered a lot from. I was hurt by people who I thought who loved me and who I thought had my best interest at heart. And girl, that pain, baby, when you ain't genuine, God, He'll show you when people ain't genuine. Like,
of course,
you a genuine person.
Thank you.
And this my first time meeting you, baby. But from the conversations that we done had previously, I said, yeah, this girl's special. She genuine.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, your loved ones and your supporters that was there before you started this journey, were they supportive once you got to this point? Like that smile, like that self-love, have they been here? Did they understand what you was trying to do, or did you have to show them?
When it came to this, okay, so they always been kind of supportive, but when it came to this book is when all hell broke loose. Like I said, people thought it was gonna be a bashing, and what they didn't understand where I was coming from. They didn't know why I was doing it. But it's okay for you not to understand because it's between me and him. If he tell me to do something, I'm gonna follow. So when they heard that title, not even Miracles During Imperfections, but A Crack Baby's Journey to Beat the Odds, they thought that I was going to be bashing my parents or bashing my auntie who had passed from me or bashing people who was in my family. They thought it was going to be a bashing book just to bash people, and it was not.
They were scared.
They were scared.
They didn't know if you was about to put all their stuff on the table, but it wasn't for you to do that. It was for you.
Yep. It was for me to get my story out for myself and for other people. It was not about that. And when they started reading it, girl, they was like, wow. Like, honestly, I thought you was going to be tearing some people up because people have, I hurt.
That's not what you're trying to do. Even though you probably been through that and people did that to you, that's not you as a person. So I'm going to show you my love in a way that's going to still hurt you, but you going to understand why I did it. You understand?
And I always say, turn your pain into positive. I always say that because that's what I had to do. Every time somebody hurt me, I had to find a way to turn into something good or something better, something that made me feel good. Like, okay, they out of my life, but at the same time, it wasn't my loss, it was a gain. Or I had to just convert all that pain into something. I put my effort into something else. I started a project, or I did, and it's hard to do that because everybody's mental status is not the same.
Not the same.
So that was important to me to convert my pain into positive, and that's been my motto forever. Well, since I say probably like 6 or 7 years now, and that's how I got through a lot of stuff by doing that.
You're gonna go so far in life.
Thank
baby,
you.
I can see it. You talking to these kids because it's a passion. The way you can talk and explain it, they will get it. This part of the segment is called Pick Your Brain. I'm gonna ask you some stuff and you're gonna answer it. Don't be okay. Are you an open person or a private person?
See, I'm open to a sense where, as far as my story, but I'm private when it comes to my home.
Okay.
So.
Okay, but I feel like that you have became open now.
Yep.
You have became open.
I have. You're right.
I noticed that. Do you like text or calls?
Text.
Do you like leftovers or hangovers?
Leftovers.
I would enjoy leftovers too, because I was feeling this morning. I don't know how I got here. I was praying like this is not for me. I don't know how they do this.
Hey.
Night or day?
Both.
Both.
Yeah, I say both.
Do you believe in second chances or third chances in your life now, not then?
Now, second.
Second.
Yeah.
Wine or liquor?
Wine, definitely.
White or dark? You like dark?
I like red wine.
Okay. Breakfast or dinner?
Now dinner.
Dinner. What's one random fact about yourself?
Dang, I done spilled all the beans. One random fact. I love peace. Peace. If I don't have my peace,
Where I'm at now, I need it.
ooh,
I've been through it. You
I done
need it
been
now.
through it. I need it. And my family be pulling up, blowing the horn. I be like, Lord Jesus, help me. I don't want to act distant, but I need it's something about my peace. And when certain people walk in your home and you don't feel peaceful, it bothers me.
Describe one word to describe yourself.
Forgiving. I say I'm forgiving, but when it comes to forgiveness, that don't mean you have to. It's for yourself. It's not for other people, and it doesn't mean you have to let those people sit at your table still.
Yes, I forgave you so that pressure could be off me,
Yep.
and I gotta forgive or to give forgiveness.
Yeah.
But I ain't gonna deuces.
Hey,
I'm cordial, but that's about it.
Absolutely.
That's about it. So, what do you do in your free time?
My free time, I love to hang out with my husband and my son.
Your baby.
Yeah, they are my world. I love to hang out with them. We love to do different things, and we be on our own world, girl. So yes, I definitely love to do that, and I love reading my Bible.
I love that. I love
reading my
that.
Bible.
So when you in a crunch or when you feel like you have a project going on or something that you want to do, where do you go for your thinking? Where do you go for your peace?
See, it's kind of hard because I'm still dealing with that. My peaceful place is literally in my living room. It's chaotic right now being a mother. I'm going to tell you that. And sometimes I be like,
It's not easy. I don't think it's never going to be easy.
It's not easy.
Whether they get older,
Yep.
it's never going to be
I don't have that sacred place. And me and my husband work opposite shifts. I have
you are
him,
too.
and you know what I'm saying? So I don't have that place where, like I said, when I'm on my knees and praying, that's basically when I be like, Lord, give me the strength to keep going with this project, and somehow He make it work.
Go through.
Yeah. So I don't have like going by the water or going to the park, sitting by the tree.
Girl, I close my eyes and think I'm in the sky on cloud.
Girl.
And people be like, what? Like, I'm peace. I feel myself on a cloud, and I'm just watching the clouds go by. That's my inner peace for a minute. I breathe and go.
See?
Yeah, that's mine.
So
what is something you would tell the youth or a woman that's struggling in life and trying to get to a place where they need peace or a place where they're trying to figure out life?
I would say from experience to slow down. I always felt like I was older than what I was because by me being a middle child, my mom it seemed like that middle child or something about it, or that special child, your parents always put that so much pressure on you. So I always felt like I was behind. I always felt older than what I was. So slow down. Don't rush into no relationship. Find your lane. Love yourself. You cannot. When I say I've hurt people too because of the fact that I did not love myself. I did not know how to treat people because how other people were treating me. I thought that was love, but it wasn't. So before you get into relationships, friendships, all that, like, find yourself first. Don't rush into nothing. Because me and my husband, we had to go through so much. We had to go through so much to get where we are at today. And it was destined, but at the same time, if I moved out at 19, and baby, we struggled hard without an education. You know, we graduated from high school, but we supposed to been in college. Both of us supposed to been in college, but it didn't happen like that. We was working these regular jobs, and we struggled. We almost got evicted a few times. We had one car at a time. We was trying to figure it out, but if you focus on yourself first and God, like, that's the main key, and then everything will flow. But that's the main thing. Focus on yourself first. Don't jump into nothing fast. Learn who you are.
Now the floor is open. You can tell them where they can find you. You can tell them where they can find your book. You can tell them about your book signing. The floor is open to tell the world.
Okay, so my book signing will be located at Sweet Magnolias, Northwestern Highway on March 24th from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. You can find my book on Amazon or my website at www.ibelievebynadia.com. And I said Amazon right already.
You did.
My Instagram is I_believe by Nadia, and my Facebook is Nadia Calhoun Red.
Now your shirts, are you selling them?
At the moment, like I said, I've had bad experience with this guy. I ain't gonna say no names because I'm not into that. But I will be selling them soon.
Okay, so merchandise not ready, but you will be having those on your website. So when they come up, you can find them on her website.
Yes, you can.
Thank you for being my guest. I love your story, girl. You had me cry a couple times. I gotta read that book.
Thank you.
I gotta read
Yes,
it.
you do. And I'm gonna leave you a copy, okay?
Can you sign? Nope,
Yes,
don't sign it.
Or bring it
I gotta
to the book
come.
sign.
Yep, nope. I gotta come so I get my book signed.
Yes.
Thank you. Show your back of your jacket. You gotta show them. She whole brand. And that's cut.